paint the city part of this. So last night I painted the people, the peeps. Today we're gonna actually get to the background. It's gonna be a lot of flattening, but like I've already cut some of the front layers out, so we don't have to worry about it too much. I'll just be able to paint. Oh, here, I'll show you guys. I'll be able to paint like right on some of these front ones, and I've also got the T-bot, so the robot crashing into the cart. That's already in its separate layer too, so we're just gonna like just straight up get to painting a little bit. I mean, you're gonna see the process take place, but I think we'll be able to knock this out of the park, man. Because that's all I'm doing today. Well, I'll probably do some other stuff on my own, but just live streaming with you guys, we'll just do that. You know what I'm saying? Give me a moment. I'm just making sure we're all set up and everything. And yep, okay. And then we go to the sauce. Try to go to the sauce. Or just not load for me. Cool. Hopefully I'm still live for you guys. Hopefully I didn't lag out. But yeah. Oh yeah, no, I got, oh, it's red again. Oh, yellow. Red. I don't know, hopefully it's not too bad with the lag. If it is, man, I totally apologize. It's not, oh, son of a gun, I did the wrong thing. There's not too much I can do about it if it is. But I hope you'll still, like, check it out, man. Alright, so let's get to painting for realsies. So we're gonna actually, we're gonna add a couple layer. We're gonna outline a couple more of these kind of like vegetables and fruits line. And then we'll color them like very vibrant to make them stand out a bit, more like a yellowish color. Yellow, green, bright red. Not too many blues. It's not really, I mean, other than like fucking blueberries, which are more kind of purplish. Oh, son of a gun. Let's try this again. I gotta outline it again. My bad, dudes. My B, dudes. I gotta upgrade my RAM on my on this laptop. Because we're getting some pretty hefty files now with these later issues. Not a bad thing. Not complaining at all, but we just a lot going on, dude. We'll see how traditional I get, man. And the more I keep working, the more I like keep implementing more and more traditional elements back into it. So we'll see what like the final product of like the finished story, how that art looks. All right, so let's go ahead. We're gonna actually make these the same color first. So, oh, I gotta bring him above him. Pa-pow. There we go. So now we're gonna grab all these like fruits and veggies, or in all honesty, circles. God, I can't talk today. All honesty, circles, but shorthand for fruits and vegetables. The color's gonna sell them, hopefully. Sometimes cartoonists do that, especially, I mean, it's kind of small on the overall page, right? So it's okay if it's not like super rendered. But let's grab, I want like let's start with this yellow first, and we may change it, but it'll be a good starting point. So there we go. Kind of keeping it a little bit light. Pow. Ah. We'll do some shadows on these now, and then we'll we'll do some color variations on it. and then we'll color the cart, and then we'll color him. Let me get contiguous off. We're going to copy all these. And now we're going to do our shadows. We're going to be this zoomed in still. I don't want to go too far out because it's big enough that I still need to fully see it, you know? Let's use this. It's not a bad shadow. We'll start with this, and then we'll add a darker, more brownish, desaturated shadow to it, like a second undershadow. Nope, there we go. Just thinking about like the light source is there's an angle between the buildings in the background, his hat, and his legs and his hand, and it all angles down towards Mr. Roboto. So I'm putting in a bit more detail than I'm going to put in the other layers, like the kind of tiers of buildings behind it. As it goes backwards, it's going to be less and less detailed, because that's kind of like how it works in real life. It gets a bit hazy, you know, or dark. It's either hazy if it's in light or dark if it's at night, which kind of makes sense. Okay, so we'll do a second layer on that. We'll go here. We'll use this brown. Multiply. All right, so now we're gonna make it a little, the brush just, whew, that's really hefty. A little lighter. Down to like 43. Yeah, that's a good spot. Now we're just, again, adding in a little bit deeper shadows to it, giving it a bit more depth. Trying to pop it in, and we'll probably color these lines too. Like after this pass with the shadows, that's what I'll do next. Just spice them in a little bit. And then we'll go for the, well, let's do the, maybe, yeah, we'll do the color variations first, and then we'll spice up the line art. All right. Pow. Let's go ahead and do the cart next before we go to the, I'm hesitant to do the robot, to be completely honest with you. I'm kind of putting him off, so let's do the cart first, and then we'll go after him. Let's get a little more confident. Let's build some confidence in ourselves. Approach a foothill before you approach Mount Everest. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of the way I approach it. In the way of the confused Buddha. We'll bite back in just a little bit in some of these areas. But it's chaos, so I'm not like being super picky on how the chaos is depicted, because it's #chaos. Hope you're all, again, staying warm. Another cold fucking day. So hope you're all cozied up again. Waiting for everything to chill out, man. We'll warm up and chill out. You know what I'm saying? All right. Throw in some shadows here. Cool. That looks, it's a good enough start. Oh, there we go. I don't want to go too dark, but like that is like perfect for me. So I actually need to lighten it up just a little bit. Probably to about there. I think that'll print well. We'll grab a wheel. Oh, it lagged out on me a little bit. That's okay. Didn't cut in any places that I didn't want it to. Oh yeah, I did. Well, I just did unintentionally. Let me finish grabbing the rest of this. All right, so we're gonna copy the wheels and we're gonna change. Oh no, we're gonna we're gonna change those colors just a little bit. Copy. Here we go. I'm thinking we'll definitely desaturate them a little bit. Let's bring it up right about there. Ooh. Right there. That should be rad. Perfect. Let's go ahead and color. I feel confident going after him now. Let's do it. See, that's what I'm saying. You got to build that confidence first. All right. We're gonna do a basic shadow. We'll grab. I like the shadow on the wheel, so we'll use that as the base to do it all. Multiply. Thrown in. It's trying to stay pretty light. Like on those, I just knew that it was like hard shadow, like on the feet. That's why I lined it so much. I've overlined this guy in the past. I know I definitely focused on it in this issue over like don't over line art him. And I changed his character look, like appearance, just a little bit too, but it's definitely for the better. Definitely saw it in the last issue when I was like, hey, I don't like that design yet. So I said, let's remake it, because I can. So I did. I didn't remake it, but I did. His proportions are better. He looks better as a character as we go on. And it happens probably in the second half of this issue. That's where that change occurs. But, man, look at this shit, dude. I like it. I like it a lot. Shit. Sorry, I found a new trick with this brush that I forgot that I needed to be doing. It's got a great brush tilt sensitivity, so I can angle my lines better, and I'm not going to be as off kilter anymore, which is amazing. Like it registers, like the line stroke registers where I am trying to illustrate the line. So, yeah. That's what we're doing. I like that though. Let's go ahead and merge the layers. We'll duplicate it. No, we can merge. Merge layers. Lock. We'll duplicate the layer. Unlock it. We're going to make his eyes a different color. We're just going to brighten them up. And I think I'm going to master his eyes this issue too. The goal of this issue was get this dude's proportions right whenever I had to draw him. And he becomes a kind of central key player, so I had to make sure that it was looking good. Looking up to everything else. So you'll see later in the issue kind of what I'm talking about and what that evolution looks like. Go ahead and copy. I'm gonna add some trim to him, see if this works. I always try to add trim to him, but it doesn't seem to go through. Hey, there we go. Right. Just cranking these tracing lines out. Give me a moment. Yeah, so like this is what they call flattening for the colorists. This is a no bueno part of the coloring process. And man, I don't break them down as much initially when I first lay down those color separations, because like you can kind of see like it's a lot of that. It's like shadow layer, light layer, color separations. That's mostly what it is. And I mean, that's how it is for like not even comic art, but like digital painting too. It's the same thing. Yeah, so we're zoomed in at about 200%. So if I'm just like a little askew, like I'm in enough that the lines are thick enough that I can trace them pretty well, you know? All right, so now that I got those here, I think you guys can see which ones I'm looking at, but oh, no, not there yet. Nah, gotta grab the three central lug nuts. There we go. And then we'll go for it. So we'll go copy. Mess with the colors. Can't even see it, man. Oh, I copied the wrong layer. Give me a sec. All right, so let me go back to this layer, copy it, and now let's mess with it. Yeah, see there, it's working now. Like red though for him. It's a little too red. There we go. Oh, shit. Didn't mean to delete it. We're going to make this band gray. We're actually going to change these three circle lug nuts to yellow. There we go. Go back to that layer below. Grab this inner kind of tan strip, and we'll just make that, we'll darken it, make it more gray. I don't think we'll need to mess with the saturation. We might need to a little bit. We'll test it out. Cool. Let's duplicate. Copy. There we go. I forgot which one I was trying to do. I don't know, man. It almost looks like it's up close. It reads. Let's keep it, and I can fudge with it later if I don't like it, you know? I'm just trying to cut out the different layers of what I'm going to make them. All that. What not? Right now I'm grabbing his, like, the bearings in his body. We'll copy that. Oh. Let's try that again. We'll copy. There we go. We're going to lighten that up a little bit, but we're also going to give it, yeah, a bit of a more kind of brownish hue, like that. Starting out like that. Yeah. There we go. Just grabbing the metal parts now. Kind of like the bracings of the robot. Oh, dude, I'm so stoked that I remembered that I can angle this brush. This is my favorite brush, and now it's like perfect. I didn't grab everything. Why didn't I grab all that? Oh, I did. Okay. So we'll copy it again. Affect it. Fuck with it. And his hands actually, we'll make his hand white. Hope that doesn't, I think that's okay. Let's copy that. We'll make this a little bit, we'll make the kind of ball of the hand. So this part, just a little bit darker and more saturated. Kind of closer to the, so we'll bring it down a little bit. That a little bit. I like that. I may be able to mess with these guys, not those ones, not those ones, these ones. Maybe able to mess with these guys a little bit too. Right there. Perfect. Now that reads as one character. Now we got to just throw some highlights on them. Well, let's see if we can mess with the layers a little bit. And then we will then we'll add the lights to it. So we're here. All right, that looks right there. Yeah, he pops out a little more. You don't really notice it at all, but I want it. It's the small things, it's the little things that do add up. We can do a basic yellow overlay on this one. So we're just gonna grab the color of the fruit, and we'll make that. Well, I gotta make the layer a little bit smaller, or the brush a little bit smaller. There we go. Yeah, now we're cooking. Now we're cooking with some pasta. Fuck, that was too much there. But I do like a little bit, you know, like a little bit, hints of it. Dude, you have no idea how excited I am to like have this brush working. Like you're gonna see my just the precision increase so much. I was an idiot to not realize that this was a thing that I could do for so long. That's okay. You live and you learn. That just happens. There are certain things that you do for a long time in your career, and then you accidentally, either somebody shows it to you way later, or like you accidentally stumble upon like, oh, here's an easy way around it all the whole time. Like it just significantly amplifies what you're doing. It happens sometimes, and you're so happy when it happens, but you're just like, why couldn't this happen earlier? So, yeah. Ooh, look at this shit, man. Ah, a little too much on that. Yeah. There we go. Yeah. Just get, oh, yeah. Dude, he's gonna pop because we'll amp it up a little bit too. Again, you can notice a little difference, yeah. I'm loving it. It's cool with me. Probably gonna. Oh yeah, let's add the color in to the fruit. Here, which layer is that? It's not that layer. Probably this one, yeah. Oh, called it. All right. So let's go ahead and merge. Son of a gun. Merge these layers. Duplicate. Duplicate the layer. And then, well, let's see what we can do with the shadows. Do we need more shadows, less shadows? That feels good. That pops way more. Yay. It's popping. That's what we want. Your art should be popping. You always want your art to be hashtag popping. Let's. I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna. I think I'm gonna just grab a couple of these and just kind of individually just color fuck with them a little bit, like this. Like get that way a little bit. This one will bring. We'll bring it this way and then pump it down, pump it up. Like I said, purple is it's more common, you know. Sometimes you get the pinks. We'll add some pinks in. That's what she said. All right, and then we'll go here. Pinkish. No, I still want it here, but maybe like less. There we go. Probably make this guy more orange. It just feels orangish to me. Probably originally a tomato with like leaves on it, but we're gonna make him orange. That's red. Fuck me, I don't want red. I want orange. I want that orange. You see that as much? Is that? Yeah, it's okay. Let's add a little bit of green up in here. Let's make it a siesta, yeah? Feeling a little bit, kind of this thing. Let's make, no, not that one. Make this one. What if we made that a little bit more green? Kinda. We'll go there. It's a lot more subtle, which is good. I'm trying to get more subtlety in my life. My music stopped playing. Okay, here we go. Now it's gone. Yeah. Let's do a little bit on this side too. Feeling like do a color change on this guy. I can make him red. You get a little repetition, red, yellow, right into your robot, you know? You kind of see that. Mess with this a little bit. Oh no. Oh, we can make it a potato. We can make it a potato. Look, it's a potato. That reads Captain Potato Head. We're gonna put a little apple like right hidden. Maybe a little bit more red. We can pop it because it's so little, and we can have this little be a little pop of green. Also, the space is smaller too, so I don't want to like mess with the feng shui of it as much. There we go. See, it just kind of pops out, which is kind of what we want. And make this area darker though. More potatoes. Potatoes for second lunch. God, the Lord of the Rings was a great fucking trilogy, man. That's one I need to sit down and like watch the whole, like all three of them again. Because that's like I don't want to watch just one of them. I want to watch all three if I'm gonna watch them. You know, that's kind of how I feel about Harry Potter too. Like, well, let me watch all three, and then I'll get back to you. Because it's such a rad journey, dude. I don't know. I think it'd be worth it to do like a marathon of the three, even though it's like 10 hours. it's pretty close to it or some shit. Even if it's like 8, 7, 8, dude, it's still a lot. I like that. There's enough variety in those to catch your eye. I'm going to add just a little tiny kind of light spot right here on the tires. We'll erase out some of that line art too. We'll even grab a white and we'll do like a white dash. Same here. Just do a bit of a little bit of a white dash. Tried to do the yellow, but I don't think the yellow quite dipped it enough, but almost. We don't need as much white up there, but we'll put a little bit, just because it's like. Cool. Yeah, it just stands out just ever slightly more. Little ham on the foot, so we'll bite that back a bit. Good, cool. I like the cart. And don't mind all of this. So here, we'll even do this so you guys can see a better shot of it. And cool. There we go. Now we're rolling. Now it looks a little better. Just hiding those things. Let's go ahead and paint these guys. I mean, if we're here, let's put that folder together. We'll leave it because I don't want to get too noodly on it and destroy it. But go here. We're gonna call this layer T-bot. And now we'll go to the second tier. So first tier. First tier homes. So I'm gonna grab. I want it to kind of feel like a little bit broken down. So there's a front layer of kind of decaying rock or stone, not decaying. Rock and stone can't decay, but broken, just rubble, more like. So we'll do that layer, and then we'll do the people. And we'll do these two layers together, and then the house will be behind them. So I'm just gonna grab them real quick. All right, there we go. We got them. No. Let's go ahead. Let's copy that. Now let's darken it just a little bit. I don't know if let's go back to that. I kind of like that a lot more, but a little bit more saturation. Let's go there. I was gonna go super dynamic, but with what I've done with the color sets, I shouldn't. Not until the end, you know. Once I get to the end, I can really start fucking around with it. But it's get everything in place first, make it all, and then you can arrange it however you need. Make this darker. I'm actually going to pull this across more. So we're going to grab this area. Or no, we'll grab a little bit more actually. Now I've grabbed too much. Give me a second, guys. Here, there we go. Boom. Alright, so now we'll grab that same color. We'll just bounce there. We're just going to make sure it's 100% though. Boom, now it's there. So, yeah, that. I can mess with this one just a little bit more. A little darker. Then we're going to need to start pumping up that. Something around here, maybe. Yeah, that's closer to it. That works because it's just behind. It goes cart, the more kind of reddish purplish, and then the deeper brown. So it's kind of what I want with it. Yeah, yeah. I was gonna actually go for like a more a different color, like a more saturated color. But this works, and we're gonna give them yellowish eyes. Unfortunately, they you want to be a little bit unsettled by them because it's like the goal of the second issue was to get inside the city. Oh, lost them, lost track of them. Was to get inside the city. So now they get to see the people who live inside the city, and it's like the grass is greener on the other side kind of idea with the comic in this issue. Like they're not being, it's not good on the other side. King's making their life not good either. Go here. Yeah, for him it works. For her it's a little too eerie, so we'll darken her eyes just a little bit. Let's put that down. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, nice. So I'll add a little bit of shadow on these rocks. I'm not going to add shadow on them. I think the line art works as is. I think they're so small that like they don't need anything. The line art grabs the shadows too. It's my thought at least. Who knows if it's right anymore, man. Let's do multiply. I think I'm gonna go with the darker brown instead of the purple. But like the deep saturation brown for my shadow. Or I'll try. Maybe not. I'm gonna try using a different color. Let's try this color. There we go. Now it's working. I gotta lighten it up a little bit, but it's working. We'll go like a 43. Let's try that out. Yep, cool. Works for me. It's good enough for you, it's good enough for me. Don't live life that way, dudes. But I know and am people who have lived that way. There we go. Now that rock is starting to look 3D a little bit. Yeah. So I can even erase some of that line art too. If I'm like not digging it. Like if I think it looks better without. Cool. Let's dig in the shadow here. We'll also do a bigger soft shadow on this guy. At the same time, we'll cut it back just a tiny bit because my initial shadows were just a bit too dark here. Cool. Feels good. Now let's see what biting back on these does. So go here. That's my line art. Looks kind of cool to have the line art. Here, let's look at that real quick. It's kind of like cool without it. Like, yeah, look at that. You can still see. Like, I mean, that's what rendering is, man. Just without that line art. So we're gonna cut back because I do like how lush that is. So we're gonna end up cutting back on and color changing, doing a whole lot with this. I'm excited to keep going with it. But let's go here. Lighten that top back in just a little bit. Yeah, look at that. Okay. Yeah, it's just, it doesn't rub your eye as much. I think we are gonna lighten this purple though, I'll be honest with you. More saturation, less saturation, maybe less. Without, I like without. Stays back there a little bit more. The other one kind of bumped up too much. We'll go ahead and do some. This thing will take care of. But yeah, let's have fun. You know, let's actually take care of that now. Because I did my perspective lens on that piece of fence. Everybody makes mistakes sometimes. Sometimes you hope people don't notice it. Other times you say, shit, that's not going to work. And you have to redo it. I'll be honest with you, man. It's okay. I mean, everybody does this sometimes. You got to cut the corners that you got to cut sometimes. As a wise man once said, you got to do what you got to do, Scooby-Doo. Yeah, here, we'll make a new layer and we'll correct these fucking terrible fence lines. I mean, these ones are kind of accurate. It stays pretty accurate for a little bit, and then it kind of fades off into what the fuck territory initially. Add a couple of the wood grain lines in. Pull it down, pull down, pull down, across. Cool. Yeah, that looks better. Reads okay. Read's good enough for me. And that's the goal. We'll do, I'm thinking probably this tier. We'll see how long the next, like, so we'll I mean, because these guys are pretty much done. You know, we're working on this. So we'll see how long it takes to do the houses, and then we may take a little break. Or we'll bang these out and then work on the next ones. We'll see. But we're making a lot of progress. I may add a little highlight on these two here. We'll see, like just a. May change the line art to white for them. You know, that might be what I have to do. We'll find out. Check out in the next exciting episode of me continuing to color this page. But that's happening right now. I started watching Dragon Ball Z again, which is why I said that, because that show is amazing. Or Dragon Ball Super. Sorry, I call Dragon Ball Z. Even though my favorite is Dragon Ball, the original. I'm one of those guys, those dudes. Just because, like, I mean, like, you could tell it, like, it wasn't supposed to go that long, the Dragon Ball Z, and I think that's what kind of killed it for me. Is they kind of forced him into continuing to write that series just because it was so profitable. But he was like, man, this sucks. I don't want to do this. This is some bullshit. So that's like, that's how you got to like Super Saiyan level 2, and then Cell was after that too, actually. The creator had planned on ending it before Cell. So when you get to Cell, that kind of makes sense. It's like, oh, they were just literally trying to, he'd figured out a story device that he could kind of just keep escalating as much as possible. Dragon Ball Super definitely does that too, obviously, but the story writing, the characters are fantastic. Every character's moments are so good. Like, it's like I love the characters, not just the badass fight scenes, but like I just love watching the character moments because they're hilarious. They have such good writers. They're meaningful and hilarious. Like I'll put it this way. I think that Dragon Ball, especially Dragon Ball Super, has better, equal to, if not better, character storytelling than The Walking Dead. I mean, like, The Walking Dead was all, like, about the people, but it's like Dragon Ball Super is all about the people, even better. Might be the subject matter, too. You know, you got to take that into consideration. I burned out on zombies, too, a little while ago. I'm just plain boring now. Like, I don't like zombies, and I don't like superheroes. I don't like anything. No, but I've been getting way into, like, I just tried Nemesis the Warlock. That was insane in the membrane. It's pretty rad. I'd read it a long time ago in black and white, and I just read it in a colored version. I was, like, skeptical to buy the colored version. But the thing is, it was colored by the original artist. Like, that's the only times I'll, like, buy a colored version that was originally released in black and white, is, like, when the original artist got to throw them colors on. Because that's just great, because they know what they're doing. Like, they understand the concept. So it's like, you're always going to get better art that way. I like that right there. Let's add some shadows here. Well, hold on. There's part of this house that shoots out here. All right. So there's this pole that kind of is a support beam, you know? I think that's what it's called. And we'll go ahead, we'll slap in some of that color there. There we go. But we are going to take this whole group Subtract this guy, subtract this guy. These guys. Oh, oh. We're gonna here, you're gonna see what we're gonna do. We got that group back there. Wait a minute. Why can't I hold on. Is it maybe this one that I've already? No. Okay, we're gonna try that again. Sorry. Try messing with that. There we go. That's what I was trying to get to. That's what I was trying to get to. I don't know if I want it darker or lighter. We may go darker and then, right, like maybe something here. That way you can really see the vegetables and him falling. We'll add some, multiply some shadows, and then we'll do some windows, throw some glows on them. And then we'll move up a tier. I'm not grabbing any of the characters. Like again, they're kind of sprinkled throughout. I'm not grabbing them in any of them. They're going to be the second to last part. So I'm going to throw down all the basic colors on all of this, the build architecture, and then I'll color in the characters, and then I will do a full color on the scene where I kind of am highlighting the characters all by color coordinated patterns. So we'll see how it goes. Again, just going to throw in some shadow. Light back on it. Come up here, throw the same shadow here. Oh. What is, oh, here, I got to do this. There we go. Oh, hold on. Let's erase that. Now that that's in the right spot, I can do it again easily. Woo! Look at that. Man, we can cruise. Cruise on down to Electric Avenue. Cause we're gonna rock down to Electric Avenue. And we'll take it high. Not too much there. Well, that's okay, actually. Oh, come on. There we go. Now we're going to drop down the opacity to about 35. Do this house. We'll go a little higher. We can bring it up to like 40 or 50. I think. I don't know. We may drop down that color again. Yeah, I like that. And we'll mess with the wood coloring later. But that's, oh, dude, that's radical. I love it. I loves it. The same. We'll do the door. I don't know what color we're going to do the door. I was thinking lighter, but if we went there. I like that. I'm just trying to keep it all kind of status quo. We'll grab some windows though. Grab some windows over here too. Okay, I'm thinking I want like a window here. That's where I'm feeling a window. Copy these. Shit. Give me a second, guys. We'll just go copy. We'll pull that back up. That's her. Here. There we go. Now let's mess with these. So now again, we're going for windows. I don't like that right there. Oh, forgot the one upstairs too, so that's okay. Here. Grab the rest of it. Brighten it up. Let's try that again. Brighten it up. I like making that red. It makes the yellow him pop a little more, you know. I'm gonna do this though. We are gonna add back in just a little bit of that flared in shadow there. I like that. We'll add some highlights, yeah. There's no highlights yet. We're gonna highlight more the shingles than the thing itself. Let's go here. I like the yellow, so we're actually going to use the yellow as the base for these shingle highlights. See? Oh, that's right. It's up top. Yeah. Trying to approach shingles a little bit differently this time, and I'm not sure how I like the effect yet. You know, Kind of scratching it in, a little weathered look. I'm sure it's. I have to drop it down a little bit. Here we go. This is the perfect size for this area. See, I'm just popping it in there, popping it in there. We'll probably we'll highlight it, so we'll add some shadow, some highlights here, like a big pow, kind of like a ripple wave. Excuse me. Do a tiny bit here, but not a whole lot because this is going to be more hit by shadow. I do the same thing for these guys. Just hit the hand a little bit. You're doing more like a kind of straight line rather than trying to, I don't know, more scratchy. See how it goes. No, I'm not used to this effect, man. Not used to it. Alright, so let's go here. Let's see what overlay does. I like that one, actually. And we'll mess with the color just a little bit. That's perfect. We'll add shadow to it too. Let's see how I feel about this one. I like overlay, but it's a bit light. I think we'll stay normal, honestly, with this one. It's a good shadow level. We'll go back here. Let's add in our shadows to the tiles. Well, that's a weird looking shadow. I kind of like the color though. Hold on. Not quite, but they'll give it some flavor. You know? Not quite, but there's some zest in that brush. You know what I'm saying? Let's try popping it in from this angle. Yeah. I like that. Yeah, because it gets a little higher contrasty right around him too. So that works. So we're gonna still do a multiply layer, but we'll go back to the chisel tip. Yeah, we'll go with that color. There we go. Cool. Splashing in that shadow. I think I'm going too crazy with it. Try to conservatize it, conserve it as much as I can. We'll go through another layer for these shadows on the side of the building too. That'll be fun. Oh, brush. I need to decrease the brush size. We're starting to get away. Like, yeah, right. Like, ooh. There we go. Just keeping it light here, closer to the, because it's not that high contrast anymore. So we got to keep the lines a little smaller. Back up. How does that look? Let's cut it back just a tiny bit, kind of right under the window. There we go. Man, I like that. It's kind of fun. We need to add a little bit of pizzazz to the windows, but don't feel like doing that right now. I'll be honest with you. So here. Let's do this. We'll do just another basic multiply over what we've already done real quick. Yeah. I'm gonna get really small with that brush though. I usually don't get small with the brush, but you could use a little bit more life in it. Yeah, like here. Here's a perfect size. There we go. I'm trying to give it some personality. And then we'll go over here. Well, actually, let me pull it this way. And I'm gonna make another layer. Go light. We're gonna highlight this crash though. Because he's not gonna be super detailed. So I do need this to be like super bright. Like, oh shit, look at this. Oh shit, shit down, 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 down. I haven't heard that song in a while. Alright, let's try overlay. Let's go a little lighter. Oh, maybe. Alright, so maybe not overlay. I like lighter color. Ah, son of a gun. We'll go lighter color. We'll just drop it back a little bit. We can even put some like text and dialogue saying crash, critique, or something, you know. We'll be able to emphasize him for sure. Let's do there's just a couple more things to do with this one, to be totally honest with you. So a little bit of shadow there. A little bit of red there. Just hitting at it. Hey, there we go. That's what I was looking for. I go lighter. I go lighter. I can go lighter. Go lighter. Just nope. I'll go lighter there. I might be able to go lighter there and not there. Can I go lighter there? No. I'll just keep that dark. That's okay. We're gonna grab this kind of the metal, son of a bitch, the metal thing here. There we go. We'll make it gray like that. Zoom out a little bit. We're gonna brighten that up. Yeah. That's starting to pop. We're starting to get somewhere for sure. I'm gonna grab the rooftops and then we'll take a little momentary break and we'll get back to it. So let's grab well, we got to grab the second tier. Hold on. So we have this whole layer. I think this layer is good. So right, this is this layer. I like where this is at. I don't want to change it too much. I think it works. So let's actually go up here. We're gonna make this the second tier. So I just grabbed that layer. Trippy colors. Oh, I don't mean to cause fucking, what's it called? I'm sorry if that did just now. That would have been bad. Fucking epilepsy, man. Yeah, I didn't mean to do that. Sorry. Epilepsy warning. My bad, y'all. Sometimes I just act before I think. So these ones, like, so the kind of like city design for this was like the lower rooftops are kind of like Colorado houses, slopes, but then they become like more pointed as they get taller, and then the highest ones are actually fists. I want it to kind of feel similar to a fist. In other pictures it does, because one of them is a fist, just not that one. And then the second, that's the main one. That's one of them. There's many fists. Got to get all up close personal with it. Just trying to grab them real quick. Nice thing is like as we go up, these shapes do get bigger, so there's less like small tracing. Again, by design, but not the funnest. Most fun thing to. I like this stuff. The stuff that's really big, because it's easy to trace, and I don't have to trace it many times. Small details are frustrating, obviously, but they're what makes the work amazing. You gotta push it to get it. Alright, so let's zoom out. Oh man, I got a few more here. Yeah, so I'll grab all of these treetop. I didn't think I was gonna be racing through this as quickly as we did through those first two ones. But yeah, I gotta grab these roofs. And I unfortunately drew a lot, so just bear with me through this part where we just do color inside the lines. Hey, alright. Oh dude, so many. So many. I'm not going to grab the one that the robot is smashing into, just because that's a little different. I'm gonna grab all the spires first, make them their own layer, and then there's a couple buildings more in the foreground of the orange that still have that sloped style instead of the pointy tip, but like these ones on the right are pointy tipped, so grab them. Grab more. Oh, see, yeah, see, that's what I gotta figure out. We'll go with that. So these guys will be more red. Like that. Yeah, buddy. Dude, it's I don't know, I feel good about it. It's coming together in my opinion. Hopefully y'all are enjoying it too. Let's go ahead and grab the foreground guys too. We'll do a lot of this work. So we're actually gonna grab, we'll outline the whole thing first. We'll grab the full buildings instead of just the roofs. Make it all a little bit darker, brownish, but not as dark as this brown, so it still stays behind it. But I want it to come in front of the big spires a little bit more. It is a kind of, it's a, because it's not as big, it's a small, like half tier that I added in. So it's kind of like intermediate in the middle, but closer to these bigger spires back here. I believe that's what I'm feeling. I might have thought differently when I did the initial art for it, but that's a vibe I'm getting now, and we're gonna go with it. Out here. Here's where it hits it. Across, bring it up, grab all this. I know you guys can't see me like drawing these lines, which kind of sucks because like you can kind of, it sounds like I'm just random. Well, you can see the cursor, right? So you know where what I'm trying to grab. I forgot you could see the cursor. We'll grab these guys. All right, so we're gonna copy these. No, we're not. There we go. See, something like that. Now we'll grab the tops of them. I do like keeping that brown though, so. Just, oh, I can grab, I forgot I can grab outside the, so I can be lazy with my lasso and my lines when it's within, like when it goes to a different color. The only times that I have to be picky about my line when I'm grabbing these with the lasso is when it's same color on same color that I'm trying to separate. But if you do this workflow correctly, you only trace everything once, which is good. If you do it incorrectly, you trace multiple things many times. It takes much longer, and it's a bigger pain in the ass. Trust me, I did it for a couple years. I know. Save yourselves the trouble of it. Oh, shit, I went too far. Let's try that again. Okay, there we go, fixed it. Zoned out for a moment. Forgot exactly what I was trying to grab. Almost there. Just gotta grab the rest of it. Oh, no! Almost there. There we go, there we go. Got it. Oh, we lost it. Okay, we got it. There we go. That building is traced. This building's gonna be traced. I've got like a sleeve to slide. I know where I put that. Give me a no momento. Oh, there it is. I think it's still in here. I hope it's still in here. Nope, I took it out. I had a little glove that I could use. Oh well. Grabbing these. Oh, I think we'll be okay. There we go. This is why I hate doing this part. It does take a little while. Sorry for the extreme zoom in. We'll be just a moment and we'll get to zoom out a little bit. I think this is the last one. So we're almost there. We're almost on the moon. We can land this ship. Alright, so now we're going to grab that same pink that we did earlier, but we're going to lower opacity. Too much, so it's too similar. Let's go here. Kind of like that one more. If I want to change it, we'll change it, but oh no, it kind of keeps that middle boundary. And we can do some highlights on these houses too. We can actually just throw some highlights, do some base core shadows, and then highlight. And then we'll go up here, go around here. So yeah. Let's go ahead and do that. Just that guy. I like doing the shadows first. Oh, not color burn, multiply. It's always fun doing those first. Throw a mask over that. But it grabs everything. Why is it grabbing everything? Haha, there we go. Crisis, oh no. Crisis almost averted. Crisis averted. We're back to normal. Like I said, just kind of basing out the shapes for myself. We're going to lighten up this side just a little bit. All right, something like that. There we go. Now I'll put a little highlight on it. Oh. All right, now let's put a highlight on it. I'm going to use that original kind of higher up tower wood as my base. See how it goes. Yeah, I mean, it's not getting too much. I think we're more just going to do some more color variations. So let's go here. Ah, shit. All right. 1, 2. All right. So from here we got it. Yeah. I like that color more. Yeah, so we're gonna just do some of these accents, but I'm gonna grab the polygon to make this more faster and more precise. 'Cause that's a good idea. It's a smart decision. So I'm just grabbing some of these long slats. And we're going to change them to a bit more maroon. And just kind of like the highlight. Highlight. The X's. I know it's exhilarating watching this part, but it'll all come together in the end. Just you bet. Go ahead and just copy it. So now when I start manipulating it, yay, we get red. Up, down just a little bit. Pump it up. Yeah, right there. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's coming together really well now. We just gotta hope it pops on the printed page. It's kind of really important. So yeah, let's. We're gonna do a little. We're gonna add a little bit of shadow and a little bit of highlight. We're gonna do a gradient highlight and a brush shadow on this part. So let me go brush shadow. Way too much. Or the wrong color. which is way too much because we don't have the pen pressure on. There we go. Alright, so now with that, we're just going to go here. Yeah, this will work. Rad. Well, that one feels done to me. We may come back a little bit later to add a couple more things, but that layer, that half tier, feels done. We'll call this the half tier. Half tier. It's always good to. I've started like within the past probably month. I've started labeling my layers, and it's actually helped a lot. So if you're somebody who doesn't do it, you should. It helps a lot. It's quicker. I'm always about like time management and how to do it more effectively. So it does help. Kind of messing with it, seeing if there's that looks cool, but I don't know if it'll sell. You know, like if it'll on the printed page, it'll do what it needs to. I do like that slight bit more like saturated, but we'll unsaturate the one that's next to him, so he steps in, his body steps in front of it just a little bit more. So like we'll go here. There we go. I like that. Just because it still keeps the pop on them there. I think. Unless what, like I make it dark and it's like, oh yeah, it works. A little bit darker. I like that. We'll see how it works. We'll see how it goes. So I can still undo that, right? Yeah. If I don't like it, I can undo it. We'll leave it undone for now because it works both ways. We'll pop it in there. But let's go up to these. I'm gonna add some wood slats because we gotta sell. You gotta sell it. You gotta sell that it's real. You gotta believe in it. It's all make believe. You gotta believe in the make believe to make, like, if you're just trying to create art from imagination, that's what you gotta do. If you have reference, always use reference. Sometimes you don't. Sometimes, most of the time, you don't. No, I just when I get back to drawing the I need to be drawn anyway, but like get back to drawing pages instead of coloring them, I'll start sketching again. But right now with all the coloring, I don't warm up with the pencil. With the coloring, it's a little bit different with the tablet and everything. I just hope I don't lose my anatomy skills. I hope, like, even just doing this, I can keep it, but I know that's not totally true. Like, it will fade if I don't really have at it, if I don't stay on top of it. So I'll make sure I'm still sketching and drawing and stuff, even while I'm coloring the comic. All right, so we're just gonna copy all that. Oh. All right, so from here, link a layer. Gonna link the layer. We can do a light shadow. I don't even know if we're gonna do a multiply. I may just use one of the previous colors I had. Yeah, no, that didn't work. Oh no, and I'm making it worse. Let's do that. Let's just keep with that. Why is it so red? Because it's on color burden, that's why. There we go. Let's drop down. Bring it this way. Push it that way. Some shadows here, bring some shadows there. Tell me, is it rumbly? I apologize. Let's bring that back just a little bit. Especially right there. I don't think we need to do too much. I may we do just like a little white highlight on some of these. Because I don't want to go, it's lighter, so I don't want to go too hard with it. That looks rad. Again, it's flat, so I'm not super worried about it, but we will change the color of like the windows and everything. Go ahead and do the shadows on these guys too. Go a little smaller. There we go. It's kind of matching what I'm doing more. Blasting in, blasting in, blasting in. Just trying to be a little bit like gentler. We're gonna make it even smaller, but I like where this is heading. Like that's what's coming out. It's looking three-dimensional to me for sure. We'll cut back on some of the shadows just a little bit. So we'll throw a mask on it, do a fuzzy brush overlay up top right there. We'll bring it back in here just a little bit. I like that. Oh, we got to do this guy too. We gotta hit this dude. I forget this dude's part of it, but he is. Yeah. Now what we'll do is, so I like this. We're gonna keep this guy. So we're gonna merge layers. This is our, which is basic white. Duplicate the layer. We're gonna amp it up a little bit. Amp it up. And then we'll, oh, we gotta brighten it up. I wanna brighten it up. I don't want to make it too crazy, but like, there, I can see there. Compared to the, oh, yes, that. It's the same deal. We'll do the, throwing in shadow. We'll go here. We'll do that, but let me duplicate that layer first so I don't ruin this. Now let me mess with those layers. There we go. So let's merge these two layers. Merge these two layers now. Like that. But let's go here. To be honest with you, I can't remember what exactly it was looking like before. I like, oh, no. I like that. I like the normal, to be totally honest. Let's just go with this layer, so. What am I changing? What? Oh, that's what it was. It was that color, I think. Oh yeah, I went way brighter with it. Well, let's see. Like I said, let's see. Oh. It doesn't quite fit with its surroundings yet, those colors. But let me do something just like to this guy alone. Pull it back just a little bit more. That's a little bit more in line, right? So A to B, and drops it back a little bit, which is what I want. And this guy too, we'll probably bring him back a lot more. That doesn't quite work. I don't like how bright this spot is. I don't think it should be. It should be the same as the houses next to it, which is like there pretty much. Let's go with that. Yeah, I like that more. We'll change this guy too, actually. And we'll keep them just super high. Ah, well, that works. Let's try that again. Just pulling it back. Let's go here. Let's pull back some of that saturation. Bring it up a little bit. There we go. Just kind of trying to fade things back, not trying to make anything too crazy. I still don't like that though. I'll take that. Then same deal, we got to throw just a little bit of highlights on that. So I'm gonna try some things. We'll see what happens, dude. I want to go with that pink, but we'll go with this light purple. I think it'll work. Purple isn't gonna work, but like we'll change it. But it's okay for. We're just trying to get I guess a value map right now. So even though we're not getting a color map, we're getting a value map. So that's still. I'll still take that. Gladly accept that as what we get out of it, rather than a total failure and be like, oh, I gotta delete it all. Nope. Don't have to delete jack. Just got to change the color. Probably a little more like, oh, we got to amp up that saturation. Then, yeah, right? Like something like that. I don't know. Oh, wait, well, let's do that, and then let's see. Well, let's do that hard light, and we'll throw mask over it. See if we can just pop it in a few select spots. Right, like I like that one. I'll go back in a little bit more. Like I like this spire getting hit by a little bit more of that light. This one should be more kind of on the side over here rather than in here. There we go. One more multiply layer and we'll go with a little bit more. Oh, shit. I don't know what I'm doing. We'll go a little bit more depth. Hopefully I'm on the right layer, but like, grab that color. See what this does for it. Absolutely nothing. Why? Oh, because it's attached to it. Yeah. Meant to attach it to this one. There we go. Alright, so let's try that again. What if we did color burn? I kind of want more red, you know? Kind of like that, but that's a bit way too much. But something timid like that, you know, nothing too much. Alright, so it's getting a little bit too much. Oh man, that's perfect though. It's getting too saturated for me. So what we'll do is we'll go here, we'll grab them all. The third tier, what I'm going to do is mess with the levels a little bit, just because it is just slightly too much. It's even though it's further away from the chef, it's still gains my eye just like legit ever so slightly. So we're going to pull it back just a tiny bit. Yeah, there we go. Nope. That change. I like where it started to go. Actually, so we'll bring it here. Bring it there. Let's go with that. And we'll mess with it a bit. Oh, see, yeah, like something like that. Because it is a little further in the background, you know. Oh, that's way better. It doesn't push forward hard as much. We'll mess with the color of this real quick. So should go L. So that's yeah. Hold on. Man, come on, work for me. All right, fine. We will do this a bit differently, actually. There we go. Kind of closer. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. Because I don't want the city, any parts of the city to pop out too much, you know? So I gotta keep just rocking and rolling. Thanks for the like, Allison. I appreciate it. We hope your whole family's doing well. But I do want to like actually want to change. Let's see if I can grab it. Nope. Let's see if I can grab it here. Nope. Shoot. Ah, nope. I can't do anything with that, so we're just gonna leave it then. That part is what it is for now. But okay, so we'll make the roof on the next part. We'll make the roof on the next guy, and then we'll take a little break. I meant to take the break sooner, but like, dude, I'm having fun with this piece. When you're having fun with it, don't walk away from it. Let's go third tier now. Well, if I delete that. Cool. All right. So now we're gonna grab. So I'm grabbing this big boy back here. We're gonna give him a darker roof, and then we will keep going. So just I fucking hate saying that word. Duplicated it. So we're good to go there. This is gonna be. You can kind of tell this is gonna be like the darker, desaturated purple color, rather than this is the lighter pink tonish. Just trying to vary up the buildings so you see the different ones, create different layers. You know, I mean, you just look at Akira by Katsuhiro Otomo. Perfect example. what I'm like that city creation through different layers of color clusters. Oh, oh no, we lost it. Okay, no, we're good. All right, so like that, but a little bit darker. So I'm gonna grab that darker color. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Because you get a purple, right? So you get purple house, purple larger spire. Like that's where the second one is, and then there's the fish. So you see, it's gonna say man overboard. It's gonna go fish purple. Here, so you follow. This is where the next central part of the story happens, and then here. So purple is your guiding eye, where the yellow and the red is going to be breaking it up, and then yellow and the red become the predominant spot there. Yeah, so just give me just a couple minutes, guys, and I'll be right back. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna add. Can I add text? Text. Add text. BR. Oh, BRB. There we go. Cool. Be right back, guys. Oh. Ah. Hey, and we're back. So let me delete this. Delete, yep. Kapow. Alright. Cool. So, let's go ahead. It's cold. Let's go ahead and do some, we'll do some shadow and highlights here on the initial gray. And we'll figure out, right now we're just doing flats. So I'm probably going to do highlights and doorways. I do like that. I like that. Wait a second. What layer is this? Okay, I think that's better. There we go. Problem solved. Man, I was confused. I was like, what the hell did I just do? How about we'll do this? We're gonna call it. We're gonna make this a group. We're gonna call this our tumbling tier, because the robot is tumbling down the staircase, and the staircase ends up breaking. Excuse me. So that's what we're gonna. I don't know. Like, I think we're not gonna emphasize it yet. We're just gonna do our basic lighting for it, and we'll emphasize it later. I think that'll be like the most confident way I can approach it. You know, having that. So we'll see. Ah. Ah. All right. So wrong end. We're gonna use that same purple as our multiply layer for our shadow. Right. So yep. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, cool. So let's do a. Before we do that, we're just gonna do the soft gradient first. Zoom out a bit. Zoom out even more because this is large scale. Nope. Cool. Now it's blending in. I mean, I think it's looking pretty radical. Radical, dude. I need to change the color of the metal though. Definitely. But let's keep painting. We'll bring it down. We'll bring it down a lot, but not. Is that just no? Not what I wanted. But good to know. So let's do a highlight here. So we're gonna go way smaller, but sink in some highlights. Here we go. Yeah, good size for the brush. So we'll hit the shadows, or the lights, right? And it's all kind of bouncing off. Oh, brush is too big. It's all bouncing off the crash. So I'm gonna come in here. You know, just kind of, honestly, just kind of scratching it, scratching it. But I need to go through with another layer of shadow here. Put a little bit there. I wanted to emphasize that trail. Yeah, but here I messed up that one. We gotta bring it over this way, right? Yeah. There we go. That's what I'm looking for, right? Because I can bring it. Sorry I say right a lot, but I'm gonna give it some character. I think so. Let's do some shadows, man. So we'll go back to that same color that we just used. This guy. I don't want lighten. I want multiply. Alright, so let's pop it in here. I want to bring that down. Let's go into the 30s. I like the 30s. A dirty 30s. There we go. Yeah, this is helping, just having this dynamic between the light and the shadow. I'm really enjoying it. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? I like it. I don't know. What if I go back on that? Kind of works. I don't want to do that for everything. I want that one to be like the anomaly, but a little bit, a little bit, a little bit. Cut in, cut in. There we go. It was a little much there, but I can have a light shadow. Let's see, yeah, let's bring it back a little bit. I didn't like exactly where those shadows were going. We're quite emphasizing where they need to emphasize, which is like, again, the robot tumbling, because the tumble starts all the way up here and goes all the way the fuck to the foreground, you know? Sorry, it looks like my thing's glitching out a little bit. Hope yours isn't. This is fun. I love detailing this rock. I'm having a blast. There are some shadows underneath. Bring it around town. I watched a documentary on the SpongeBob play, and in it they talked about like how the first seasons of SpongeBob were just like about trying any and all kind of animation, like just a soup of animation style, and they tried to do that with the play, but like it reminds me so much of the cartoons from back in that time that I love. But it's so like it's how I approached kind of making the art for the black costume, Fury, that recently. So I mean, it's kind of it was really cool. Definitely made an impact. Yeah, dude, I'm loving how I can manipulate this brush now. It's exactly what I've been wanting for so long. But now I know how to do it. Let's go ahead and keep throwing in our shadow. Oh, too much there. Just keep throwing in the shadows. Oh, too much. I like that initial strike though. So let's make this bigger. Ooh, too much. Close though. Oh, nope. One more time. It's okay. It's close enough because we're gonna go here. Get out of here, man. We're gonna add a mask to it and just cut it back ever so slightly, kind of like there. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that. That's singing. Right. Okay, let's continue. Oh no. Okay. Well, here, let's apply a layer mask real quick. Okay. Now let's continue painting with our shadow. Yep. Cool. Make it a little bit smaller. Maybe. Here, let's zoom out a bit. Oh, there we go. See, yeah, we can add in more shadow. Down here, too. And through there. We're cooking with some dynamite. Some TNT. Some dirty deeds done dirt cheap. That's a fuck. Fuck that line up. There we go. Popping that in. Okay, cool. Let me grab some white too. I need some white to throw in there. Let's see here. Oh, no, we gotta keep this layer like that. As a multiply. As a multiply. Come on, man. Oh, I clicked the wrong one again. There we go. All right, as a multiply. And we'll do a layer on top of that to do some lights. And that'll be a pretty good color overlay for that. And then again, we'll throw in some of that, like the pepper of that red too there. I like the pepper of the red. Hope you're all doing good and staying safe. Safe and warm, dude. Those are the goals right now. Safe and warm. We're going to see... No, I don't want to do this pink. Again, I started using this new color palette, which is all print safe colors. So... we'll try... No, I need more purple. This is a straight purple. Yeah, we'll try like that one. I think it'll work. It looks brown on the color palette, but yes! It's the one we're looking for. Did I do it on the right layer? Shit. Yeah, okay, cool. Okay, so let's back out a little bit more, a little bit in. There we go. Hey, yeah, all right, so now we're popping. Now we're cooking with some mozzarella and meatballs. Oh, dude, yep. You see it? Finding the edges, finding where it's all at. Hooah! Yeah, I'm just trying to make sure that it's all pointing towards the same central bounce point. I love kind of the hardness back here on it, to be honest. Ooh, look at that. Ooh. Shabowski. Maybe a little bit less here, so let's how's that? Yeah, that's better. Okay, cool. Yeah, that was a bit much before with that yellow. Or not what the highlight. keep throwing it. We gotta throw it underneath the bookcase that we're looking. Not the bookcase, the staircase. We gotta pop it in underneath the staircase too. But let's actually really lighten that opacity too, because it's too much. It's too much of a highlight, and it's a lower spot, so the overall tone of this area, 30s again, is it's lighter. So the highlight still looks like a highlight even though it's a lower opacity. It's supposed to feel like the same kind of pow as up here. I think it is. I want to say it is. Damn, that was great. Great. Okay, cool. I like that. I was worried if it was going to be too much, you know? I was like, hey, are we getting too much in these highlights down here? I don't think so. I don't want to do too much. Let's bring it down on this side just a little bit. 2 and oh. Then we'll be more or less, hey, there we go. More or less good. I feel that. I feel in my soul. Just try to give these guys a little highlight before I color it. Radical. We're going to do one more multiply layer, and I think it's going to give it this last little zest that it needs overall. We have this one. We're going to bring in a multiply right in through here a little bit. You know? Just right in through there. Spine it up a little bit down here. Because it's like, yeah. Let me punch it in down here more. Full punch. Full send. Just harden in those, hollow in those points there a little bit. Okay, cool. Yeah, it gives it that last little texture down there. Let's go a little bit more. There we go. Cool. So that's cool with me. Let's merge all these layers. Well, first let's duplicate it. Nah, we can merge, dude. That piece is set. We'll lock it and then duplicate it. Wow. Alright, so now let's see what we can do with the layers a little bit. Okay, so wait a second. We gotta pull back here. We gotta go here. Ah, shit. Give me a second. Alright, well hold on. We gotta pull the red. So what? Aha, okay, so here we're gonna duplicate that layer, bring it up top, unhook it. Now we'll merge these layers, so it's just the light brick now that's been merged. So now I'm gonna do the levels on just the white brick, so that the red not getting affected. And before we do that, let's do this. Let's go here. No. Here. We're going to delete that part from that anyway, and then we're going to delete this. So we still have that shadow, because I really like the shadow that I have just underneath the roof right now. So let's duplicate this. So many layers to keep track of. I knew it was going to be like this with this big splash piece, though. Like, I totally knew we were going to go in hard. I was trying to go in hard. I was trying to, as they say, flex. So I'm happy with how the flex is turning. You got to pump. You know, you got to pump them. Wrong layer. You got to pump. Come on, I did the wrong thing. Give me a sec. There we go. Now we're working. Okay, now it's no. I don't want that. I don't want that part. Oh, right, this one, right? This one. Yeah, there we go. Now it's working the way I want it to. Close to right there. Right there. That's good enough. That is good enough for me. I like that. We're just going to keep it safe. We're just going to keep it in our pocket real quick. So we're going to change the colors on it. It's just a little too Kapowski with it. Why is it not changing? Why is it not changing colors? Oh. There we go. Cool. All right, so now that we're on the right page, now let's drop it back. Drop it back a little bit. I don't know, I'm feeling a little bit like closer to that line. That's where I want to go with it. Let's go here. Let's try the levels one more time. Yeah, okay. Yeah, right there, right there. Perfect. I'm liking it. Maybe a little too harsh, but I mean, we can always bring it back. Depends on how much I gotta render the roof and then render a couple other things more, like the surrounding things, but also this is the initial bounce, so there's gonna be some you'll see. We're going to add some text. We're going to change that little bounce that's there, and we're going to make that like a better, bigger, better, bolder text. So after, okay, let's hide that layer. This layer's good. We just do, ooh. See, these two look good too. Like that one looks good. That one, I mean, even that one, honestly. All these look dope. That color dodge is nice. We're on to something, folks. This is a good color palette for me to be like so happy about all these different things. Kind of like, I don't know, it's like finding that what you have works in either different color variations or different, like, again, I'm just using the filters that it has. So if it looks good and like a lot of filters, you're onto something good. So I feel like that's where we're at with that. So let's go ahead and do the hat now. The magical, wonderful hat. Oh boy. Okay, well, okay. I made it hard for myself. We shall avoid the crisis. We shall avoid the crisis. Because now, okay, if I change it, if I did this correctly, nothing changed. Son of a bitch. Okay, hold on. What if we go here? Okay, here, now, we'll go Control C, Control V, bring it up here. Yep, I know that looks weird. I did this the most difficult, like the hardest way I possibly could have. And we're going to make it more difficult for ourselves here in a moment. But sorry, just bear with me. Sometimes it goes great, and sometimes it goes kind of off the rails. You know, we got lucky. We got lucky with those stones. That's all I'm saying. We got lucky. It ebbs and flows, man. Especially when we're going long term like this. Like we're banging out this whole motherfucking piece. I'm telling you, this whole motherfucking piece is getting banged out. It's happening. So yeah, it'll be radical. We're gonna grab this guy. We're gonna add some shadow here because we're moving up to the spire now. 58 may be good. Yep, 58 will work for the opacity for that. I like having a, cause so, okay, so this brush doesn't have pen pressure, which like I always thought was like kind of like a hindrance, but you get some cool squid. It's got its pros and its cons for sure. As I kind of fuck up what I'm trying to do, definitely has its pros and its cons. I'm gonna drop it down just a little bit more, but it's kind of cool. I mean, it's working to an extent. We'll drop it down to like a 40-ish. Probably should have, no, 40 is good. But maybe I should have gone a little higher with it, but no, we're getting good enough shadows. Don't second guess yourself, dudes. It's the worst thing you can do is just second guess yourself. Cool, I like that. I mean, yeah. When I add the special effects, because we're going to erase these kind of ovally things, we'll go special effects. We'll have things flying. We'll do a lot of things flying, but I got to make sure I'm like having a good under thing. For funsies, let's just do another line art check. Just to, oh shit, just to go, wow. It's looking kind of cool, man. Without. Let's go ahead and keep painting here. I'm going to add some highlights to that now. Not like a whole lot. Maybe grab. Oh, there's like a tannish kind of color from in here. We'll go here. Let's see what this does for us. Hey, not too bad. We'll probably create it as an overlay because it's a little too yellow for me. I want to keep it more pink. Let's see if this will work. I don't know how I'm feeling on it. I don't know how I'm feeling on it. We might have to bail, coach. We got to bail. No, let's just, stick with it. Let's see how we feel at the end of it. Let's throw a mask on it just to be safe. Yeah, so instead of the eraser now, I just use the mask a lot, to be honest. There we go, that's better. Let's just do a little bit of a white. Let's do a tiny, tiny little white. We'll do a, yeah, drop it down. Not too much. We'll bring it to like 60. Let's see what 60 does. Tiny white. Tiny white. Should have done this on the next layer, but let's try that again. Well, let's also see what messing with this does. Nothing. Because why? Oh no, I was doing it right. I was being smart. We're good. We're good. Keeping it mistake friendly. Y'all can tell it's an important thing with how many mistakes I make making these things. So, not mistakes, but like, oh, undo, 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 you know? I think I was saying I didn't want to focus too much on the effect of it, but this one we need to sell it a little bit more, and we may just do it as like an overlay, or I mean, we'll see what options we get, because it looks really nice with it right now. I mean, for what I'm seeing, a little much, you know, it's almost a tiny bit much, but at the same time, we need to go through. We totally need to go through and add some shadows actually on the underneath. Yeah, what about that? Overlay, yeah, right? Okay, so we got overlay, normal, overlay, normal. Linear light, if we drop the fill a bit. I like that even a little bit more. It's just a tiny bit spicier than the overlay. Let's go back to our canyon, right? What's above it, right? Yeah, okay, so let's go back up to that one. Multiply layer. On a color burn. All right, and let's follow in some of these cracks. Not with white. Here we go. Nope, maybe not. Multiply. Control V. Oh no, because I linked it to the wrong layer. Yep, I linked it to the wrong layer. The woes of digital art, dude. Yeah, this just helps. Throwing in these shadows is definitely just helping a little bit. It's defining it a little bit more. So even like again, without the, if I take it away, because I don't know how much the special effects is going to be covering up this. I don't know how much. That didn't work. I don't know how much the special effects is going to be covering this. So I want to make sure if I do have accidental open spots, that there's at least some sort of texture there and not nothingness. It'll hardcore break the illusion. I mean, there's other elements in my art that breaks the illusion anyway, but I want to try to limit that as much as possible. Right, so we're there, and we'll even drop it down a little bit. So we'll bring it down a tiny little bit because it draws just a little bit too much attention to itself. Something like right there. Yeah, you could, because again, you get texture there, right? Texture. Uh, let's go ahead and do the other. I mean, I think that's done. Let's go ahead and move on to these other couple of houses here in this area. We're gonna stay pretty far out just because. Excuse me. I want to keep close to. I mean, the main focal point is that big spiral. These are just kind of like accenting that one, you know, supporting it. It's such a big prop that it deserves under props. If that's a word, I don't know. I'm gonna make it a word. Under props is a new word. Let's make it a real thing, y'all. Flowing on, dude. Flowing on. All right, let's go ahead and crank the rest of this out. I'm gonna, so again, you can kind of see there's a, so we got two things to emphasize. We got to emphasize Chef Jeff, who like accidentally grabs onto an antenna and is whooshed through the air, through a flag, off a building, into the face of the frog and toad. But we got to emphasize that, and the art warrior who's just going to be gracefully like chilling through the air. It's going to be great. I'm excited. I don't know. I'm happy with how this page turned out, and I hope the comedy. And you're able to see the detail and enjoy the comedy or supposed comedy of what's in the page. Oh, cool. So okay, so we're gonna call him Big Gray, like the aliens, but they're like little grays. He's Big Gray. Big Gray. Gray. Oh, we're cruising, dude. We're cruising. Let's make a new. What is this? Is this? Oh, this guy's. Oh, son of a. I missed part of it. Hold on. We gotta undo Big Gray. Now, here's Big Gray. Tumbling Tier. Oh, we already called it the Tumbling Tier. I didn't need to call it Big Gray, but that's okay. Tumbling Tier. Cool with me. All right. Let's go to these guys. We'll call these guys Little Grays. Here we go. Little Grays. Who doesn't love conspiracy theories? All right. So we got these guys. We're just gonna add a warmth to it because we're gonna emphasize. We're gonna do a little shadow and then just warmth. Give me a sec. Make sure we're still in frame yet. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So a little bit of shadow, a little bit of warmth. Oh, to one layer too many because that's not nothing. Okay. Well, we're gonna start with the light first. So we're gonna emphasize the light. I seen the light. I seen the light. I seen the light. Yeah. All right. Here. Trying to emphasize in both ways. But that's gonna chop off pretty quickly here. Where it's now just gonna be. I mean, it's a like I said, it's a harsh highlight of kind of like where he's at here. Yeah, something like that. And then we'll do the Oh, well, let's leave that layer as is, and we'll do. Hello, that's way too much. Sorry, that caught even me off guard. Wow, I fucked with my eyes. Lobby. We'll do the multiply layer next. There we go, but that's way too much. We gotta drop it down. We gotta go a little bit higher, actually. So let's go into the 42. Yeah, okay, cool. 42 is better. I'm gonna zoom back just a little bit to make sure I'm keeping the shape up. I don't think I did quite right. Like where I need to emphasize the shadows and shit and stuff. I mean, it doesn't matter. I hope no kid is watching this. I mean, even though like the art is like, I want artists to watch this. That's my thing. Is like, or like people who like art. You know, can be anybody. But I mean, I try to keep like I do try to like teach what I'm doing, or like that's why I talk so much. Is I guess I'm trying to teach what I'm doing. So if you ever are interested, just watch a lot of these videos. Like I explain my process as I do so much of this. Or at least I try to. There we go. That's fun. I like that. Yeah. Because I mean, it's rendered enough like the other guy. Like a big guy. Little gray. Big gray. He's more like Big Purple too. Sorry, it is cold. I'm getting bundled up a little bit more. Yeah. The bundle. You must seek the knowledge of the bundle. All right, let's add more. Oh, son of a biscuit. Oh, that was the bad one. I didn't mean for it to go right there. I want to do like a darker. We may go. Oh, hey, let's grab this one. Let's do that. I'm going to do another multiply layer because I'm not as confident on this one, and I can combine those two layers if I want. Those two upper layers. Let's hit this real quick. We can. I mean, I need to do a rim light too, but it's good enough for right now. Come through here. Drop down that. Well, oh, there we go. Drop down the thin a bit. And here we go. Blasting it in, blasting it in, blasting. Hey, hey, hey. There we go. There we go. Let's add some more shadow up here. Dude, I totally remember like I'm having a flashback of like the exact moment I was drawing. I was doing the ink lines for this guy, where I was thinking I was gonna emphasize it and shit. And I totally forgot. There's more. There's more. These guys. There's another tier of small buildings back here, which is great. Just another layer of awesomeness. At least that's how I choose to look at it. Yeah. There we go. We're going to grab some of the highlights from here. We're actually going to grab that highlight there. New layer. Okay, cool. I think we're good. Yes, we're good. We're good. We're golden. I don't like that as much. Let's grab that yellow, honestly, because I like that yellow a lot. Works really well with the purple, which is why the Vikings have yellow and purple. Forgot about that. I always look at football teams when I'm looking for my color schemes. To be totally honest, when I'm thinking about it, like the complement, because I can't remember what's like complementary to each, like which ones work. I'm just like the football teams. They always have the correct color things. At least like I think of Broncos and Vikings. They put them together. Maybe not all of them, but like some of them do. There's some famous ones. Hey, there we go. There we go. We need more shadow on that too. Oh no, because I forgot, there's a second. There's this guy. There's these guys. So let's go back here. We don't need to go super far back, but we'll go all the way down. I'm going to grab these guys real quick. Forgot they were a thing. To be totally honest with you. Sometimes you forget. But as long as you remember, that's okay. Yeah. Alright, let's make them a bit more. They need to be closer to. So they got to be closer to. The brown or almost red, right? So let's drop down the opacity a little bit. Bring them. Yeah, closer to there. I like that. Stands against it. Cool. So let's go back up. We're gonna hash out just a little bit of those highlights. So here with our fuzzy brush, throwing out the highlights. Not super harsh, but just a little bit. Just in some key places. You probably wouldn't even notice it, but I notice it. I notice. Just softening up some things when they're just a tiny bit too harsh. But I do want to go through with this like ultimate yellow and do just a couple of highlights. So we're going to grab that full on yellow at 60%. So we should be able to catch it pretty hard. We'll go to, oh no, that's 30%. We'll go up to 80% actually, just to catch that hard yellow through a couple more of these cracks. Just closer, give it that little individuality. We'll go on this bar. 1, 2, 3. Slightly erase them. Yeah. Cool. All right, we're going to do one more pass with the shadows. It's going to be a soft one with just a couple of the creases cut into. I'm enjoying where this is going, y'all. Let's do another multiply layer. Grab that back. I love this color as my multiply color right now, the shadow color. Yeah, I mean, wow, that just made it pop a hell of a lot. I kind of really like that. I dig that a lot. We're gonna go back just a little bit on, tiny bit on it. Right there, dude. Yeah. Now we'll drop it down a whole lot. Get our fuzzy brush going. Get the pressure going. We gotta move this guy all the way up here because he's in front. Yeah, okay, cool. All right, now let's throw in a little bit more of that shadow. Bring it back just a tiny. Oh, bring it back just a tiny bit. Yeah, nice. Now it just feels like atmospheric. You know, it's got a good blend to it. Cowabunga, dudes. Okay, let's go ahead and do the rest of the guys in here. I don't think I need much of a multiply. Like, we're gonna do, oh no, shit. Normal. We're gonna make all these guys the same way though, so. Yeah, we're gonna put all these guys in the same layer, folder. And we'll put, okay, I don't need to, do I? I need to do some of them, so. We're gonna do, sorry, gotta do some fixing. We're just gonna leave it as is. As much as I want to fix this, we're gonna leave it as is. I'm gonna put this guy in the layer though. Small houses. We're gonna do a quick multiply layer on them, and we're actually gonna go opposite of what usually is correct. But right now it's stylistic because it's putting the focus on the main character flying through the air. Alright, so something like that. Throw a mask on it, we'll soften up the edges near him just a little bit. Alright, something like that. Just a tinge of that shadow. Nothing super hard, but there's a definition of plane now. It's tucked away anyway, like you don't really kind of have to look to see it, and it's not necessarily a bad thing, it's just extra detail, it blends in with all that. And there's some other buildings too, some of these blend in, and that's, I'd say okay. You want the illusion of, like, you want to have to find these extra little buildings because it creates the illusion of a large cityscape, in my opinion. So let's go ahead and keep going. We're going to do the back now. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to do an overlay with that. Let me just check and make sure that, yeah, okay, cool. Go here. I want to go, let's see if, I don't know if this yellowish green is going to really take to this red, but we can see if it'll work as a highlight. We'll find out, man. Well, that's always the answer. I mean, the answer to most things is we'll find out. Oh, it gives it like an autumnal effect. A little bit smaller with it. We're going to decrease it even more. It's a strong, like it's a powerful color. So I got to be careful with it because they're in direct. I mean, it's a green. essentially. So it's in direct contrast with the red, but it can work. Oh no, I don't want to do it that way. Well, maybe I do. Cool, I kind of like that. We'll do another one. We'll grab a lighter yellow too, and we'll go over top it just a bit. So let's actually bring it up a whole lot. Just a tiny bit more, you know, you can kind of see it. Right. Oh, a whole lot there. That's okay. We'll fix that up. Because I do kind of like that hard hit. We just need to fix up the edge. Bring it out just a tiny bit more. There we go. Cool. Let's go back here. We'll add just a little bit of stuff to the clock. Gotta go even smaller. Just hope some of this effect takes. Yeah, I like that. I think that'll work well. But look, I mean, even back here. I mean, look further back. There's another building, and there's another building too. There's several. I mean, we can do a basic color cut on that though, and because it's so small, we don't even need shadow, which is cool. Means the black line is its own detail. You know, it takes up enough for two. It's a two-dimensional object at this point. Hold on, I'm gonna subtract that, subtract this, subtract that. Now let's go ahead and copy it. Okay. Sorry. I'm gonna move it a little bit. Let's drop down. Yeah. We get something a little bit dark there. It pushes it a little bit more. And then we will do the same here. Here, we'll grab this side, which is also its own building. We'll make it a little bit darker too, because it'll be create even higher contrast. We're having fun. It's working, dude. It's working. You gotta believe in the system move. Holy shit, this is taking forever, but it works. So let's see here. I think, like I said, I just want to add a dash of color. That honestly says enough. Yeah, drop it down just a little bit. Yeah. See, that's, I mean, again, I'm not going to, I may throw a highlight there. We'll see if we can tack on one. Let's see if we can give it a shot. It's going to be minimal, if anything. As I like start just spraying and praying. That's what I call this when I'm just like, way more line than I wanted. Yeah, that's too much. Too much. But we'll be kind to it because I don't I don't need to lose all of it, right? Because some of it has a little bit of a pop, and I want that. There we go. Yeah, right. And then even if we do like, I don't know, we can mess with it too, because we can just say, oh, I don't like that, and just bring it to a different place. Actually, I do like it darker though. Hold on. It's close. I just need to get a little bit more. A little bit more, you know? It's that tiny bit where it doesn't go too far back, too far forward. And we'll do this too. Just that little bit. That's what I'm looking for. That little bit. Cool. Yeah. So I dropped the opacity on that. Let's see which one is like the clock tower. Okay. So this is clock tower details. So we'll go ahead and go underneath it with a multiply. Grab this guy. And we'll drop down the opacity. We're around the 40s. We may go higher, but we'll see. Nah, around the 40s is cool with me. There we go. Nothing. I mean, I'm not trying to go too ham with it, not too hard with it, but we are pushing it back a little bit, which is fine because it is further back, so there's more shadow than light. And then we will do a little fuzzy. Oh shit. Well, yeah, here we'll do a little fuzzy. That kind of works for everything. Wow, that surprisingly works perfectly. Okay, well that area is done. Just we'll do it here. We'll do a couple color flats. So we'll change the color on these guys. Or at least this first one. Give it more of a red. Trying to push it forward just a little bit, and also take it away from a flatness. We don't want that. I like that. Oh no, I don't like that. Here, we'll do the same thing with this guy, but he'll be even less saturated. And okay, so yep, just a little bit red. Just a little bit, not too much. Right there. I want to make him blue, but I do want to make him red. Or not purple, but red. I like that. So that's a good base, and then again we'll throw a color kind of focus on him. We'll do a lot of things, man. I'm excited. Let's go up. I'm gonna adjust him real quick though, because it was a bit much. I like that and that. Ooh. Like that one too. Too many choices, man. Too many choices. A or B? We'll go with B, but we'll mess with the lighting just a little bit. All right, yeah, give it a little bit of that green. I don't know what I'm messing with. That works for me though. And all this is already color cut, so when I merge all these, because I can merge all these, and then still just mess with the individual layers. The only one I can't do, the only one I mean I gotta make a special exception for, is well, okay, that guy. Oh, there's that guy. That guy. There's a couple. Well, there's many, but that's all right. If I have to do some adjustments, I have to do some overall adjustments. But I don't think I'll have to. I'm really digging the way that's looking. So again, this is that whole area, and I like where that went. I feel happy about it. Let's do this area over here. Let's do this area next. This closer up house. So let's go here. We'll call this close up house. That's what we're gonna call this layer, or this group. Close up house. All right. So we're gonna adjust this brick in front of us. I don't know. I'm thinking. I don't know what color, to be honest with you. Maybe a gray, a lightly saturated brownish, purplish gray. Let's see here. Let's see what we can do with it. If I drop it down to there, bring it up a little bit. I could maybe deal with that. Maybe, I don't know. It's kind of close to the purple on that, but I mean it is more. It feeds into the red. Let's see what we can. Okay, let's see what we can do with the stuff behind it. So we're just gonna grab all this brown up here, all the brown over here, all that brown right there. Grab a little bit of this, grab a little bit of this, grab a little bit of that, grab a little. Whoo, there we go. Okay, and then we'll go ahead and we'll go color change on that. If we're still going red, but I don't know how red. I think I want to keep it more brown. Keeping this side brownish? I don't know. That kind of works. It's fitting in with this more orange tier back here, which because I want it to feel like it's behind, even though it's closer. You notice this area. You come back around it, and then you realize, oh hey, it's popping back around. So yeah, that color works. Let's see what we can do with the door. The door. Have you fixed the door? Boom. Let's fix that terribly grab the lasso. There we go. Let's cut back on that. Subtract that. Now we'll mess with that color. I'm thinking just a darker gray. If we go, I don't know, man. I don't want to go like too dark. Like, what if we did go like here? We brought it up. Brought up a total other, oh, something like there. Yeah, right? Something here. Yeah, that's cool with me. And then we can do a little bit of red here. We'll do a spot red on it. So we'll go, son of a bitch. No, I did that right. We'll go, come on. Red. Red is what I want, but we'll go with that red. Pull back. I gotta, oh, look at how sharp that shit is though. We're keeping that one. We're keeping that one no matter what. That shit cut. Did you see how hard that shit cut? That was shit went whoosh. Said, I'm here, motherfucker. Damn. That was a hard cutting line. That's a little too close to it. Let's drop it down to there. Let's go there. Yeah, there we go. Just cutting in some brick. Brick-esque things. Can't get a straight line to save my motherfucking life. Nope. Son of a whore. I didn't mean that. I'm sorry. That one just slipped out. I usually try not to say things like that. There you go. It just gives you the impression now of like, hopefully, of something more brick. I think they could make brick back then. If not, we're gonna say they did. We'll add the ever slightest shadow to it too. So we'll use its base color as its own fucking shadow, cause that's how we roll. That's how we roll tonight. Yeah. A little bit lower in the opacity. There we go. Just kind of filling in the cracks. And then we'll do a little soft brush. Because y'all know how I do. Alright, I like that tone overall. So what we're going to do is, I'm going to merge these, son of a bitch. Merge these layers. I'm going to lighten it up a bit. Oh, well hey there, house. That works too. We're going to go there. I was not expecting the house to come with it, but now that the house has come with it, I am all on board for it. It's cool with me. That turned out better than I was expecting. Better than I would have thought of on my own. And we'll do this too. Okay, we're going to turn this gray. Or silver. Not necessarily gray. Killed two birds with one stone, you know, because I was like wasn't totally happy with how it was looking, and I know it kind of looks like that. I don't care. Blends in. but it pops out a little bit more because it is a lighter color. Just saying. That's my justification for it. I don't have to justify anything else. Okay, there we go. Got it. Let's go a little bit more red with it. Right there. Perfect. But we're going to cut back. We're going to bite back on this a little bit. Here. Boom. There we go. But now we're going to edit that piece, though. Of course, we're going to. It doesn't matter. Okay, cool. So now we're going to subtract the red from my soul. Come on, man. Subtract it. There we go. And we're just going to we're going to make it the same color. So we're going to grab our house color. We'll drop it down to 56 is cool with me. Dropping down the opacity just a little, or not, the saturation just a little bit. Lighten it up just a little bit. Boom. Cool. Well, booski looskies. We got to do with some shadows and highlights on it. But we're getting close, dudes. You can feel it. You can just see it and feel it. All right, let's go ahead and just do a multiply. I think we'll have to do a more. Well, no, we got to go cool shadow. Let's grab this guy. Work. Gotta cut back on that just a little bit. Small brush strokes from here on out, but I like that initial swipe with the brush. And I'm gonna have to get really tiny with this brush. Super tiny. So tiny that it's working. That's how tiny it is. Just kind of about feeling once you hit that magic spot with your brush size, you're like, yep, this is what I was looking for this area. Because now laying down these shadows feels good. Feels good laying them down. Laying down the jackpot. The jackpot. Shit. Let's try that one more time. It's a little further away, so I'm losing the cursor a bit. Just a teensy bit sometimes, I don't know, that feels better though. There we go. Chop in that. Chop in some radical. That feels good. I think we can do some highlights. Yeah, we could do more highlights on it, but I don't think it's totally, come on man, totally necessary. Let's bite back on that just a little bit. There we go. Because that one, yeah, the line art speaks for itself. Pretty heavy up there. It's a little bit heavy-handed, to be honest, up there with the line art. So we don't need to do a whole lot with it. We'll leave it be. That looks sketchy as hell, so let's go ahead. We're gonna do that. Clean it up, because it's, I mean, there's kind of like the max, so let's draw it from here. This is a good distance. This is like an okay distance for the whole thing. I mean, at least for the roof. There we go. Now it's clicking. More precise line. There we go. Popping it in. Popping it in. Aha. There we go. Yeah. This is okay, so I need to remember this distance. Erase it just a little bit there. There we go. Cool. Just lightens it up a little bit in that area, because that's where it's getting hit with the most. Oh boy, come out. All right, let's save here. Gotta make sure I save. It's always an important thing to do. I haven't been saving a whole lot at all, to be totally honest with you. But yeah, we'll keep charging. Keep charging, charging, charging. Yeah, buddy. Hey, there we go. Nice. I like that a lot. Oh, I missed it there, but that's okay. A lot more depth. Way more depth. I loves it. I loves it a lot. We'll go a little bit like that. That was too much on the shadow. We'll go a little bit lighter with the lines, but we'll throw in some woodwork. So we'll go in here. Make it really small. There we go. Kind of working. I don't know how it's gonna look in print. It may look like shit in print, but I can hope that I mean, I kind of like it. Just gives it a little bit of tude, a little bit of attitude. I think it looks awesome. Now I'm gonna add just a little bit of highlights on the door, and probably on the roof too. Based off this yellow that's on the kind of lighter wood paneling. I'm gonna go just slightly heavier with that line, but not a whole lot heavier. There we go. Yeah, I'm just trying to drill in a little bit more depth into it. I can actually eat that back just a tiny bit. Yeah, there we go. Not too much, not too much. Subtle is key. As I like keep chipping into it. That's okay. All right, now, oh yeah, this will work great. Let's bump it up to like 40. Yeah. Let me zoom in one more. There we go. Just popping it in. Great. But I mean, that house looks like it is so close to being done. We're almost there. Hit in just a couple of spots. Let me erase just a couple of spots. Radical. All right. Okay, so here's the deal, dudes. We're getting close to being done. I say that relatively. Like, we've done about, I'd say 3/4 of it, 2/3 of it. Done a good amount, but we're reaching like over 3 hours. So we're just gonna call it a day. Thanks for checking in. Hopefully you like the progress. I mean, we did this whole city. So before today, we were here. Oh no, shit, we were even. What is this? Oh, we were here. So yeah, okay. So we were here, and today we got to here. So pretty good progress. I'll take it. You guys have a good rest of your night, and I will catch y'all on the flip side. Take it easy. Bye now.